Hello, everyone, to all the 37 of you loyal viewers. I just hope you're enjoying this three-part series and all the individual snippets that we've made only for you. I just have a request from you again. Don't forget to comment if you think we are right, if you think we are wrong. Cricket is a game of opinions, and we really want to know yours. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon because we want you to gain access to our videos really as soon as possible. Thank you.
खिलाड़ी वाह वाह जियो खिलाड़ी वाह वाह
So next on we had Dale Steyn versus Shaun Pollock. So of course, battle of two South Africans, two great players, I must say. Steyn, he's probably the player who I have seen the most live, and he has tormented India even in Indian conditions, which is not something that a lot of bowlers can say. Like recently, he had a Twitter Q&A where he said, his favorite spell was actually in Nagpur, where I think he got a 7 for against us, and
I
yeah,
remember
Dale
that.
Steyn, yeah. So, what do you guys think about this matchup, Steyn versus Polly?
Two incredible bowlers for South Africa, and you see the respect they had for each other when Steyn went past Pollock as their highest ever wicket taker for South Africa. Pollock was calling it in the commentary box, and they both had the thumbs up to each other. Steyn from the field, Pollock from the commentary box. So, two greats of the game, two gentlemen. Even though Steyn didn't always show himself to be a gentleman when he was bowling, but that's what made him so great. He was just fierce, and he would not have been out of place, I think, in my opinion, in the 70s and 80s when you had those, fearsome fast bowlers. I think Steyn would have fit right in because of his aggression and what he could do. Interestingly enough, I think both of them had quite similar averages, but I think Steyn, when it comes down to it, that strike rate, just incredible strike rate. I think it's the best of any bowler with more than 200 wickets in Test history, and as good as Pollock was, I think Steyn in that battle for me, just outstanding. My favourite bowler ever, for me, personally.
Oh, great.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Steyn's strike rate just stands out, doesn't it? I mean, his bowling average is fantastic, but that strike rate is just incredible. And Pollock, I'm pleased that he gets a mention here because a lot of people tend to dismiss, to a degree, his bowling because he wasn't quite as quick.
No.
And, but he was a very, very good bowler. When you throw in his batting as well, I think he's a little bit of an underrated cricketer. He's one of the, when you talk about the world's great all-rounders, he tends not to get mentioned, but he really should be. And obviously comes from a family. His dad, Peter Pollock, was a fantastic fast bowler, and his uncle, Graham Pollock, was one of the great batsmen of all time. So, what a family.
No, I agree with that on Pollock being the mentioned more in the all-rounder space because his average, the difference between his batting and bowling average is about 10. I think he averaged about 30 odd with the bat and just over 20 odd with the ball. What a great cricketer having.
Hard to do, very hard to do,
Yeah, and I think I'd just add to what they both said there, and it's quite nice, isn't it, to just talk about two South Africans, and we're not got any kind of preconceived ideas or hatred to chuck in there. And I think my two pennies worth on this debate is from a very kind of basic cricket watching perspective is just how completely different their actions were. Like you look at Steyn, who kind of just like sprints in and bowls just like everything in a rush, and you can imagine doing a forward roll at the end of it as well, and then just like sprinting back to his mark as if he's got 2 minutes to get everything done. Whereas Pollock much more kind of languid, and I just kind of remember Pollock when he actually bowled, he kind of almost thought, is he all right? Is he not just like broken his back and the two legs at the same time? Like some of the positions he got himself into and his head and everything, it was just all very weird. But as I think we know, it doesn't really matter what it looks like because it was all very, very effective in the end.
Yeah, of course. And this poll was, like you guys said, Steyn took it by 90% of the votes. Of course, Steyn's strike rate just stands out in comparison to anybody, really.
दे